All right, guys, back at it again with another fire video. We are here. It is Monday of Cletus and Cars. We got a lot of work to get done to Colorado. I got some final parts coming in here for it. Matt's coming down tomorrow. I got a bunch of stuff in the bed to get put on. I got a bunch of stuff down there. Got some ICT billet parts. Got some Holley parts. Got some MSD parts. I got a bunch of parts, don't I? Two minutes. 2 minutes part. 2 minute parts. I hear you. But before we get really hammering out on this, just had to wrap the cow up. Got the input shaft in for the transmission. TCI ringed input. Threw that in the transmission. Ben, thanks for throwing this transmission back in here. This is like the we've had some boring stuff to do around here lately. We put the damn 400 back in this thing last week, which you like hammered out one morning, and then you just threw this thing back in there. How is the install? How's the R&R? It's just throw it in there. Yeah. Done it a million times. So we got that all stuffed back in there, and all we have to do now is we have to charge the battery, because all I do is kill batteries in this thing, because I just don't drive it a lot, and put the transmission there. Already got it filled up with transmission fluid. We need to verify the transmission fluid level, which you have to do while you're running. But before that, Phil, what are we about to do?
Change the oil.
What?
That's what I said.
Why? I don't even know what to say.
My man changed his oil once this year.
In what?
In this.
In this car. I will say, like, in my truck, I change my oil every 10,000 miles. This thing, I probably change it every 10,000 miles.
Every 10,000 hits.
I don't know. There's a lot. I'm not super, I don't know why. There's really no reason or any excuse for it, but it's just never, like, on my radar screen. I don't really check fluids. I couldn't tell you the last time I had the radiator cap off. It's a little bit low on power steering fluid. I mean, I really need to start treating the...
I know why you don't change the oil on this thing that much.
Why?
Oh, broken.
Wow, Phil. That hurts.
When was Digger Die?
Digger Die was,
July?
it was a few months back.
August, September.
It's back! What do you mean?
You gonna put on trains brake on the lift again?
I might. It is tradition. We're maybe on fresh oil I will. So we're gonna go over everything. I'll top it off with water, make sure the radiator's full. It's got good fuel in it. It's got new fuel pumps in it. I'll top off power steering fluid. We'll switch the radiator. We'll switch the oil out, a new oil filter, and we'll fire it up. We will verify transmission fluid level, which we do from underneath the car on this one, because it doesn't have a transmission dipstick that comes up here. So we'll do that. And then we should be good to go. Make sure it's got good oil pressure. Motor in this car is... Ben, is this motor like 4 years old? Yeah. The build on this car is 7 years old. Yeah. That's old. This thing's an old girl. It's had some minor updates throughout the time, but the engine build is pretty simple. It's a 416 stroker LS3 based. It's got some LSA heads that have been ported by LME. Shout out to LME. It's got Texas Speed, 4-inch stroke crank, Cali Comstar rods and Wiseco pistons, stock intake, MLS head gasket. So it's got the LS9 multi-layer steel head gaskets. It's got ARP head studs on it. Nothing crazy, just the standard stuff. Set of Injector Dynamics 1700X injectors. That's about it. Very, very good running motor. Made 1,200 some horsepower, 1150 to the ground. So nothing, it's definitely no slouch. Car weighs 4,000 pounds. It runs very good. It's still on IRS. A lot of you guys want me to talk about the suspension stuff on there, which we'll do a video. Everyone wants me to put it up on the lift and take the wheels off and talk about every suspension component on there and how it's set up. And that is a good starting point, but a lot of power management goes into that and how you apply the power. So it's not just this is the setting that works. Every car is different. It changes based upon track conditions. So that's what we got going on in today's video. We're gonna get the cow all fired up. A lot of you guys love the car. It's my first car, so it's something that I really do need to show some love. This is where it all started. So we will get this thing fired up here, and I haven't heard it in a while.
It's been a while.
It's been a hot minute. All right, this isn't Schaefer's, but here at LS Nasty we do a visual oil analysis. Ben, what's your professional analysis of this oil?
Pretty good.
Yeah, well, you gotta do the last part. You gotta taste it.
Smells and tastes pretty good.
It didn't look like a glitter bomb when we opened it up. That's always good.
Yep.
When we shut it off, it had like 50 pounds of oil pressure, which is
super watery. That's good.
For everyone at home, they want to know, we like Shell Rotella around here.
Yeah, it's tried and true.
It hasn't really led us wrong.
Nope.
For any of your street car stuff, really no issues. We're switching over from the Rotella from our race. We went 427 on Shell Rotella. So for people to be like, man, Shell Rotella's not good.
We could have kept going faster too.
Yeah, we saw some.
At a certain point, you're like, you know, there's better stuff.
Yeah.
So might as well take advantage of it.
With our oil pump.
We had the fastest car on Rotella.
I don't know.
Pretty fast cars out there on
yeah, I
Rotella.
feel like Rotella's pretty common, but there's a lot of guys that are like hot rodders back home that are like, man, I can't run Rotella in my car. Like, guys, if you got to, especially if you got to.
I run Rotella in every vehicle I own.
I run Rotella in everything I own as
I'll
well.
take
020, 1540 Rotella.
Right?
Honda Civics,
Right?
Tacomas, Tundras, Briggs and Stratton, lawnmowers, everything.
My friends put it in their bikes.
Yeah, I mean it works. So it's a good oil, and I like it because I think it holds up to heat a little bit better when you get it real hot.
It's designed for like diesel trucks, so whenever you're running oil through a turbo, it gets the oil real hot.
Yep.
So it's designed for that not to break down under heat, and it's not all that it used to be back before the EPA got.
It used to be the shit.
It used to be it used to be about as good as any racing oil you could get, with as much zinc and moly they had in it. But then the EPA kind of got on them, and they kind of had to tone it back a little bit. It's still a really good oil.
This is Al Gore's fault.
It is. I mean, it's purely Obama's fault, and Al Gore's fault.
Unbelievable. All right, so we got some oil in there. Battery's charged. Gonna fire it up. First time it's fired up in
A little while.
a while. Yeah, since that.
Cobwebs out of it.
Yeah, since the digger died. So we'll see how it does. Fresh oil. We gotta check the oil, then we'll check the transmission fluid, and yeah. All right. Well, we'll hear it here in just a second.
Hurt. Let me hook up the.
It is hurt.
Hurt.
right, fired it up, got it up to operating temp, got the coolant up to about 190 degrees, and it sounded good. It was a little, she was tired, we were knocking the dust off it when it was starting up, but everything was starting up good. And the dipstick says there is oil in it.
The dipstick says there is definitely oil in it.
Do we need to add more?
Yeah, we need to add. Oh, I'd say probably a quart and a half or so.
Quart and a half, but we can confirm there is oil in it.
Yeah.
Everything sounded good. It's so weird after like messing around with all the other cars and getting in this one, because this one's still got some sound deadening and all that stuff in there. It's pretty quiet. It's like kind of like sensory deprivation in there, where all the other cars you could feel every little thing, and this one you just kind of like hear it and that's it. You don't really get to feel much. So especially like going down track, if it gets in a tire shake, it's tough to really tell when it's shaking the tires and when it's not. But it yeah, I mean, it sounded good. Old girl fired right up, you know. She was a little tired there at first, but then came to life. So
Trusty.
all right, we got Logan back in the videos here. Logan, where have you been? People have been asking, where's Logan?
Just trying to make an honest day's work.
Honest day's work? What's that?
Storm Hub.
Storm Hub? You out there doing storm work?
Yeah.
This is your damn chariot right there. How?
That is my chariot.
Tell them about the timeline. You went to Florida, came back from Florida.
I got back from Florida like midnight after I had a blowout. Yes,
and not your back.
No.
No, I'm talking about tire.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Unfortunately, god
I
dang.
said, unfortunately, the back tire. As you can see, we got a little bit of floppy flops going on.
Yeah,
right
there's
now.
some of the, what is that, sound deadening or something like that?
Yeah, it's a little bit of foam and stuff up underneath there.
And then the door.
Yeah, just some small repairs that'll have to be made from that. Like anytime though, if you blow out a big tire, it's
violent.
It's violent.
So you got back what time? Like midnight?
A little after midnight. I pulled back into the shop and back up to the trailer. I go home at about 6:30 in the morning. I was getting ready for my day, and I get a phone call. I'm messed up.
Back down to Florida. So
On the road again.
you left at like noon, right?
Yeah, I left at noon. I got down there at probably 8 o'clock to Madison, Florida. There isn't much there.
And then where are we going this weekend?
Huh. That thing's second home to Florida, I guess.
We are going back to Florida, Bradenton Motorsports Park for Cleetus and Cars. That is when we get the Colorado finished. Ben's in there working on the Colorado right now. I've been doing more storm work stuff, and Logan's been doing a little bit of both. And you got the keys to the cow. And wrap up this video. We're going to hear it. We went and took it for a ride yesterday. Everything feels good. Got to put some air in the tire. Go in there and fire it up. Let the people hear it. Got the battery. Yeah, I mean, it's street car, dude. Street car. If this thing came automatic, it'd have auto start on it, but you know, not quite. Fire right up first time. Logan pulled all the cars out of the shop this morning, revved them all to about 9,000 RPMs.
It's been a while.
It has been a while. Shake it down. Got the old tires off the black sheep on there. They just got dirty out here from the wind blowing. But what you think?
This thing purrs like a kitten.
Like a kitten.
I swear, every time.
It's a good running car, isn't it?
It is. It's good daily.
Alright, you guys love the cow, so we brought the cow back, and I'm going to keep it around. We'll keep it running. So the cow is back. I'm going to be driving it, and I'm glad. I feel a lot better when I have this thing fired up and running. So thank you guys for the motivation. Thank you guys for watching. Comment, like, subscribe. We got a bunch of work to do on the Colorado, and we'll see you guys in tomorrow's upload.